Hey there, mateys. This is Discovery Scouts, a Pirates of the Caribbean film series here, and today is Tuesday, October 25th, 2016, and yesterday for 24th, we got to watch this about what happened for the aftermath. So we have about crazy boyfriend, psycho mom's divorces husband reaction from the last year. So the first thing we have to talk to about the 5,000 chocolate bars to the cost of about order online to $8,000. So what happened for a few reasons. All you do is to cut out tape. So Milly took the candy bars away for the box, and Samantha say no, but she can't hear it. You know, when Tony just came in from his room, walking through the hallway for the living room, so he freaks out about the kitchen. He was certainly brought there Samantha eating candies for a psycho fat kid. You know, he literally just seemed how is it about eating candies? Also, but they can't unfortunately do that. You know, Milly has orders to repay about their cards, and then I didn't know about this sucks to the idea. She doesn't make any sense. Tony doesn't matter. Just ran over to the hallway to blocking into the doors, and dropping the candy, making the mess in the hallway. You know, Milly and Tony just threatened for Milly on her cameras on the videos, and seems him about the reactions. It's a very disqualified to eating those about 5,000 chocolate bars for candies, and she will dead soon. He says you're dead. She says she's dead. He yells at her for the no reasons, and he sits down on the couch, and she's being silly, and she's gonna cry all the time. Samantha won't stop eating for candies, for fat foods, and she needed to stop. She needed a diet for every day, for the week, in the month, in the year, for a period of time, for 24 hours, and it's exclusively. And if most have, you can take about the extended videos, having in scenes, having to disqualify to get in about put those very distractions, permissionables excluded, as if those who he was the one of those things, and one of those that he was in a long time. You know, she was in a good easy. It's in one of those that about very natural ways. If it is a good naturals, he literally just about teenagers to she was 16 years old, and she can't afford to be in an attorney to ordering the online to the 5,000 chocolate bars, and that's will be costed about a lot of candies. That's $8,000 for the candy bars or the chocolates, and that's where Samantha and Milly did. And Tony doesn't like it about chocolate bars. She put the candies away, and she can't have one of the hundreds of them. It can't have the 10, and she said she can't have one of the 10. She will get losing the weight, and she was to the fortune, and she was again in the. Unfortunately, she will not get in for candy, and Tony did tell him. Tony says, what he says about last night, before he's done about the last 4 months. He just consideration to eating unhealthy and not healthy for candy, and he was learn her lesson, and she gonna learn a lesson from Milly, and Tony's gonna learn Milly and Samantha's lessons. She putting those about the 5,000 chocolate bars away for the reaction, and enters on the psycho crazy boyfriend raging into about the candy bars on the living room, into the couch, and to the floor, staying in the ground. All they do is two girls to put those candies away. And Samantha can't hear. She cries a lot. She will have to cry for every time. She won't be put the candies away. They have to sell it. They have to sell it about $3,000 per month, and she will be in a discriminate. She will be discriminated investigators, and that's his word about. Sometimes neighbors candy the orders about $5,000. No, $8,000 for 5,000 candy bars of chocolates. So that's where she gets to the best way she'll ever feel put the things about selling candies away, and her home, and I heard about his house. So last one, Psycho Mom. Yesterday, Psycho Mom divorced his husband by Terry Whichway, Jesse Whichway, Psycho Dad Jeff, and Manny Corn announcers. So Psycho Dad came into Jesse's gaming room, and he was literal for the last years. And Jeffrey smashed the bottle by Jesse. He was learning about his lessons, but he wasn't considerations about his dad. He was been an argument, fighting, the harassmentations to his about Whichway's residence house, and disqualified the relations. All he knows about it, helping the inspirations. All she needs to do, she leaves a lot about almost 7 minutes ago, and during the Psycho series, for everything about the Psycho Dad wants to divorce his wife, and Jeff was threatened to her. She was no reason for Jesse, no reason for mom, no reason his mom, no reason his friend Corn. Corn didn't do anything, he was consideration. He didn't do this in his room. He's gonna learn his lessons, and and Terry wants to help him, and he didn't help him. He didn't make it for to help him. He tries to break the TV, tries to break all the stuff with the hammers does, with the hands and does. And that's what it came to about the fighting for it. But he walks out. He smashes the Pank's car windows with a baseball bat, and she honks about the 5 times. She was literally just see how is it about the reactors. So much to be about reaction. So he was stupendous. She was the decisions. She was been about learning lessons. It's just all you do. It's wonderful things about 5 minutes ago. Terry was walking inside to pack the bags up, being hurry up. He followed her, and Jesse's mom wants to leave her alone, and she leaves her house for no reasons to be about packing those clothes, packed those all these stuffs, and the nice new baggage. And she was consideration. He said, "What did he do?" But he says he didn't do anything. He was to learn his lessons about his time, about his a normal man, her normal woman, his normal guy. He was walking back to leave behind, and she wouldn't learn her lessons to be his about to follow her for good reason, for the good reason to be disrespect her. and she was literally just seeing her cries. She didn't break up with her. She has to divorce him, and she loves his sons, and she drives back to the someone else, to the Aunt Melissa's house, or before Aunt Jackie's house, which is her husband Charles Mixner. You know, for one reason, for everything to be figured out. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Just finish up about stories. Last one. Terry was leaving for cars. She goes back. She goes to spend the night for the Thanksgiving for Uncle Aunt Max and you know Aunt Jackie's Uncle Charles' house, and she leaves from Psycho Dad. But what does he do? But he said he didn't do anything. But Jesse said, "What the fuck did you do?" And Psycho Dad Jeff say, "I didn't do anything." He deserved, but he says she deserved what she got, you know. And she was literally just walking towards the gateway, towards about side driveway to the exit. But he didn't like it for the filming. he thinks about the film his ass, and he was just gonna learn his lesson, gonna learn to say goodbye for her mom. He didn't tell her. Jesse didn't tell his mom to say goodbye. He didn't make it to give her a hug. He didn't make it for the text for the good reasons. Now he's literally just cries. He was literally get kicked out for no reasons. He was it was an unappreciated apprentice. He knows he thinks about Thanksgiving for the last year. Okay, done. Okay, mateys, don't forget to subscribe for more content to Pirates of the Caribbean film series.org, .us. So type your letters to w.com.org. So tell your friends. So tell you about you guys about the scenes about a crazy boyfriend Mcjuggernuggets, his stories of Psycho series. So tell Mcjuggernuggets, Big Brother, Georgie Starbugger, and Manicorn, Julia Riley, Psycho Dad, Psycho Mom, and Melissa, Psycho Uncle 2, Psycho Uncle 3, Larry Slounge, Joe Hood, Bud, the Angry Grandpa Shows, and Kid Behind the Camera, Bridget West, Bro and Creed, Dragon Dad, Daryl Diesel Daily, Cuban Guy, The Cuban Guy Live, Space Jam Scarters, Nest Book, The Boo Show, and Crazy Boyfriend, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Vine, Trace Slicing, Gaming Channels, Juggy Stores, and Cocker Story, Cocker Talk, and Tomolo, and Play Stores, and Hangouts. So don't forget, guys. So if you're able to watch to be continued to the Crazy Boyfriend, Recycle Fat Kid Sneaks Food, you know what that means too. That means about reaction. Don't forget, guys. So keep it rich, mateys. Do not forget. So see you guys tomorrow night. Don't forget. Watch those the reaction.